All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the New Class. The New Class, if you all did not know, is a Diggie Intro podcast platform where we talk about independent artists and different points of their career. And today takes us back up north to New York with Distruct. Distruct got a chance to meet him a little while ago before we started taping. This brother is humble, this brother is hungry, and this brother is a throwback to the 90s era, the good golden era, the new golden era of hip hop is what I like to call a lot about his sound. He had an album released in 2009 called Gimme Room, which kind of started him on the path to where he is now. As of late, he's been dropping a lot of singles and EPs as of the last couple of years. So some of the ones that I like was Stretch and Flex. We're Not the Ones, Extra Clips, which has a Biggie sample in there, which I love. But my favorite that he's dropped, he don't know this yet though, but his favorite that he dropped is called Blessings. I love Blessings. I love how that sounds. I love the messaging in that joint. So I got a chance to sit down with this young brother, man, and have him introduce himself to our audience. And I present to you all the brother they call Distruct, and here he is. Let me bring him in for you all. Distruct, what's good? What's happening? Say hello to the people, my good dude. What's happening?
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me. I appreciate this.
Thank you for being on, man. My bad. That Henny hit a little strong right there. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. But Distruct, let's start from the beginning, man. What is your story? How did you become Distruct? How does this all start, man? What's your story?
Well, the origin behind the name is I was always a kid. I would bottle up my frustrations. I wouldn't talk.
Okay.
And my father noticed that a lot about me. So he used to always tell me, you need to let out how you feeling, because one day you're just gonna explode and you're gonna end up in jail when you actually snap.
Yeah.
So that's the origin of my name, but it's also a metaphor for how dangerous I am on the mic. You know what I'm saying? So it's a double meaning for it. Yeah.
That's what's up. So when did you start rapping? Or we'll get to that question in a second. So when did you start? When did you start getting into hip hop?
I was always a fan of it early on, since like maybe 7, 8, but I didn't start rapping till I was about 12, 13 years old. But in the beginning, it was just me letting out frustration. You know what I'm saying? It was outlet. Just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just an outlet. And over time, it developed into a real talent.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people didn't even know I rhymed, because I wasn't one of those dudes like a lot of cocky dudes are now. They think off the bat, just because it's coming out of their mouth, they're automatically dope.
Yeah. And
then their friends will massage their ego, be like, yeah, you hot, and you're not really nice. I always had respect for it. I rapped for about 2 or 3 years before I even let anyone hear me in the beginning. Like, it was a real respected art form always for me.
That's what's up, man. That's how it should be approached. You know, you should have people around.
Yeah, it should be, but everybody's on it's microwave now. I want it now.
Ah, man. But, if only it was that easy, brother, right? If only it was that easy, nobody want to work no more. You know what I mean? Like, it's
plus it's proven that you don't have to.
Yeah, I mean,
they proven that you don't have to. So now it's like, you the old head with all the knowledge. They like, man, whatever. This dude just started rapping yesterday. He's viral today. I ain't got to listen to you. I can do what he did.
Unfortunately, we live in the on-demand era. You know, that's kind of how it is. They want it now. They want it right now. They don't want to wait. And I'm like, I hear you, but I don't hear you at the same time, man. So my next question, Destruct, is going to be, when did you know this is what you wanted to do with your life? When did that epiphany come to you? When did that happen?
Well, right around high school, about 10th grade. Like I said, I'm also an athlete. I was a football athlete in high school.
Okay.
Football, baseball, basketball, and track. Baseball was my first love, though. I was 4 years varsity in baseball.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So one day after a basketball game, I spit for the first time for my team. They didn't know I rap.
Yeah.
They knew I played all the sports. They're like, oh, this motherfucker do all these sports, and then he rap too. Like, it's like, you do, what can't you do? So then once I got the reaction from the people, I realized maybe this is something that I can really pursue seriously.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
After I got the reaction, I'm like, oh, all right, so they feeling me, all right. So then I started really honing my talents and getting real serious with it.
That's what's up, man. So I gotta ask. I'm a baseball fan myself. Is it Mets or Yanks? Which one is it?
I'm Yankees. Oh, that's
man.
too easy.
I thought you was gonna say Mets,
but I've been a Yankee fan when they sucked, though. So I earned the right to be a Yankee fan when they was good. I came up. Mattingly I watched Don Mattingly, Dave Winfield, and them.
Oh,
so once they started winning, I didn't join them late. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. I had to ask. I'm a Braves fan by heart. I'm from Atlanta, so I
rock with the Braves, though. I always liked the Braves.
Yeah, the Braves they've been good lately.
But they had to go when they came to the Yankees. They had to go. But other than that, that's like my favorite National League team. Actually, is the Braves.
Them damn Yankees in '99. I'm still mad about that, man. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
man. I'm still mad. Man. All right, so let me talk about a different direction. What inspires you to make the music that you make, Distruct? What inspires you?
Oh, well, what inspires me the most is the artists that I grew up listening to.
Okay.
Like I said, Biggie, Wu-Tang, those guys, like the fact that they had their own identity and existed at the same time and was able to give us so much great music and so much great memories is like inspired me. So I took a little bit from each of my inspirations from all of them and I come up with my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's different to be inspired than biting from somebody and just blatantly stealing from them. That's a difference.
Tell it, brother. Tell it. Tell it, man. Let the audience know. It's difference, man. Difference in between, like, being humble and just biting off everything, man. Come on, man. Back in our day, man, and from Distruct's time, you couldn't bite, man. Ghostface talked about it on Shark on Cuban Links. He talked about a whole skit.
That wasn't even a bite on rap. That was a bite on an album cover, and it was a problem.
On Biggie's album cover, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
It wasn't even lyrically. It wasn't about no lyrics.
He was biting.
It wasn't about no rap style. He's like, yo, you stealing this dude album cover concept? Like, damn, and it was serious. It was a
you know what I'm saying? Thing. That's how serious it was back then. You know what I mean? Distruct. He was talking about the Nas album cover because Biggie was like a child on Life.
Yeah. Yeah. But Nas did it first.
What was it, man? Not Life After Death.
Ready to Die. Ready to Die.
Right? So he's like, yo,
but Nas did it first. That was the thing.
You know what I'm saying? So it was the real thing back then, you guys. I don't know if you all remember that, but I sure as hell do. But it's one thing, showing homage, another completely biting off of somebody's style. And back in the day, biting was looked down upon. Now it's like everybody is copycat. You know,
it was forbidden.
It was, yo. So when it comes,
you might have got beaten up for that. Like,
that's true.
Like it got physical sometimes, even back before my era.
Yeah.
You do that shit, you gotta see them dudes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the dudes that did this music wasn't to play with. Like,
oh, you right, man.
They stand behind what they say. Like people get it twisted. Like it could be the most positive dude rapping, but in real life, that dude hurts you, man. Like,
that's fact.
Like MC Hammer, prime example. Everybody thought it was sweet because he did positive music, and he was all about having a good time. But he wasn't the one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He was not the one, and a lot of people found that out the hard way.
But, and to be honest, just to kind of get offline a little bit, I did an episode of MC Hammer, and MC Hammer went. You know how MC Hammer went broke by trying to take care of everybody,
showing love,
showing love, and then when it's time for him to get love back, he don't get it. But anyway, man, let's get off of that.
That was a good lesson. I learned from that. I watched that. I learned a lot from that situation, though.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So how do you approach music now? So what inspires you now to make music, Distruct? How does it work for you now in 2021?
Well, it's easier for me now because I'm not trying to no disrespect to anyone. The competition is less for me because I'm from another era. Like, I learned from the new guys, but I still make it my own in some way. Like, my music is a little different now. My new album coming out, No Substitute, be out in the summer.
All right.
It has a little bit of the new sound, but I'm still Distruct on it. Like, I use some of their tracks that they use now, but I take it in my own direction. Like, and I'm gonna still have my vintage golden era style too for the B side, for the album cuts. But I have hit records too. You You heard one of my hits, the Blessings joint. That's for the whole world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I did something for the whole world right there.
Yo, that's from the heart, man. I felt that when I listened to that this week, man. I was like, yeah, I feel that, man. That's spot on.
Shout out to K2K, the Nigerian artist that's on the hook. He did that track.
Word up,
he did that track for me, and he sang on that hook. Mad talented.
Extra Clips joint with the Biggie sample. That's dope too, man. Like you're a throwback, man. You are an anomaly in today's hip hop. You know what I mean?
A lot of people love that song. When I perform that, I get a lot of love for that song.
That's what's up.
Because it's out there. Nobody's doing that right now.
Yeah.
So I gotta let them know too. Like this is what it is, man. I'm a New York dude. I gotta give you that boom bap at some point. I gotta give you that.
That's what's up.
I feel it's my duty being a New York rap artist. I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't do it the whole show, I'm gonna give you some of that. Then we can have fun. Then I show you my range. I do my party joints. I do other joints, but I gotta give them that when I'm on the stage.
Let's talk about your music. So when I was doing some reading up on you, you talked about how you can you could be hip hop, you could do R&B, you could do this, you could do that. So how would you describe your music to somebody that never heard your stuff before? How would you describe your own music?
Well, I would just tell them, just open your mind up. I'm not one way. Like a lot of people want you to be in a box. A lot of people can't handle, like, if you're too far out there, if you don't have no one set sound. I train myself to be able to move in different rooms. So I can do a track with a pop artist, with a country artist, whatever. I can rhyme to anything. Anything. It doesn't even have to be hip hop.
That's what's up. I think it's
so I basically whoever I'm dealing with at the time, I'll let them know. I'm like, look, what do you want to hear? What do you want to do? Whatever you want to do, I can rock what you want it. I make it easy like that.
So being independent, do you feel the freedom to do that?
I love it. I don't got to answer to no one. I'm my own boss. I make all my own decisions. I don't got to wait on nobody. Everything is on me. It's a little tougher, but I rather that the reward is better than the end. You know what I'm saying?
Hell it, man.
Ain't no handouts. Ain't no you owe me's or none of that. Everything coming out of I fund my own shit. Yeah. So all of that's coming back to me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no recoupable income over here.
What's up, man?
All of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I learned from watching other artists and their situations. It's like a lot of artists, I don't think, it's crazy. They still don't get it with all the stories. They still don't get it. They think when they sign a contract, that they signed a friendship. This is not friendship. That's a bank. That's like a bank loan. When they give you that little lump sum, you owe that back.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's not free money. That's not your friend.
That's fact, man. That's fact. It's hard for people to realize that. That's true.
When that money come back in, then they're like, oh, where's my money? Oh, you don't remember? You was in the club every day for like 6 weeks. You want to be in limos. You want to make it rain. All of that. You want to go on tour, have all these lights and all this extra pyrotechnics and all that coming out of your budget. Mm-hmm. You got to pay that back.
That's fact, dude. That's fact. Hey, y'all, listen to this brother. He's dropping that nuggets on y'all, man. He telling y'all the truth, man.
And I know other label owners, and they're like, they have artists that's like, oh, I don't understand why you getting a cut of anything. And I'm like, your artists really say that to you? But they want you to do everything for free for them and not recoup any income back. Like, you're supposed to give them this advance, and then they're supposed to keep 100% of all the music. Meanwhile, you didn't do anything. You didn't make none of these tracks.
Yeah.
You don't record yourself. You came in here with a hat. You don't got no money, but you're supposed to get all the money back.
All the reward, but none of the work. Yeah.
Exactly. All you did basically probably spit a few rhymes. You ain't mixed none of this shit. You ain't master it. You ain't put it out. You didn't promote it. All that costs money.
Yes.
But you're supposed to get all of it back because that's what you just think that.
That's facts, man. That's facts. Man, I need y'all to listen to this. Man. Y'all independent artists out there, or anybody thinking about getting into the music biz, it is a business. Just as Distruct just mentioned, they
learn it first. Learn it before you even try to conduct any.
That's what's
learn
up,
what
man.
you talk. Learn the language. Because ain't nobody here to help you.
That's what's up, man. So talk to me about Explosive Records. Distruct. Talk to me about Explosive Records. How did that come to be? Do you have other artists that you mentor, or?
No, right now I'm too active as an artist. I got people on deck, but I let them know. I'm like, look, when I'm ready to step down and deal with artists, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'm not one of those artists. I'm not one of those dudes that's gonna have people sign and just have them sitting there. No. I'm not that guy. It happened to me almost everywhere I was at. And I didn't like the way that felt. I would never do that to anyone. When I'm truly ready to take on artists, then I'm gonna give them everything I have. Like everything I'm doing for myself, I'm gonna do for them too.
That's what's up, man.
But right now, I'm too active. I'm doing too much. I can't focus on another artist right now.
So how did you come up with the concept of the label? I want to talk about the label side. You know, Explosive Records. Talk to the audience a little bit more about. How did it come about, or how did you create the record label, and do you distribute? Distribution? All I mean, without telling too much, of course. You know, I mean, I know there's some things you can't talk about, but how did it all come about? Like, how do you decide? You know what, man? Like, I can't get signed, so I'm gonna just do it my own way. Like, how did you?
It was always one of my goals, but the thing that made me do it last year was when this whole pandemic shit hit.
Right.
And I lost one of my closest friends, one of my biggest supporters, RP Alicia. She passed away, and I started really thinking, and I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow's not promised to anybody, man. Why don't I might as well do it now.
Yes.
While I'm still here, while I'm still able to do it.
Yes.
And I just took all the necessary steps and got it done.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That was all the motivation I needed. I'm like, yo. Who's to say I'm gonna be here next year? So
yeah, man, that's fact.
I just made it happen, and I've been running ever since, just going hard with it.
That's what's up, man. I'm watching, man. I'm definitely a fan. I'm excited for the album drops. You know what I mean? You definitely got a new fan, and hopefully
y'all in New York, y'all can come through.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna keep you posted on it. Yeah,
I'm outside of
see you there in person. You know.
Yeah, man, I'm outside of Kansas City where our headquarters is, but yeah, man, you know, I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, but I got New York roots, which is why I got that New York kind of sound. But yeah. I mean, it's all good. It's all music, and it's all good either way, man. So let's talk about the state of hip hop, Distruct. I want to get your take on this for a little bit. We talked a little bit about this before we aired. What do you think is, to your opinion, the current state of hip hop in 2021? How would you describe where we at right now?
Well, before we do that, I like to shout out to all of the artists right now because they're taking their career into their own hands. So respect to that.
Word.
You know, like they're not waiting for the labels no more. The labels are coming to them.
Word.
Once they get their buzz out, they can't stand to see nobody getting no money and they ain't getting none. So they see you popping already. Then now they want you. Now they want to do business with you and all that. So shout out to that. But as far as the artistic side is suffering though, because it's just like I said before, in order to be great in anything, you have to study the greats that came before you. There's no way around that. There's no way around it in anything. You can't just pull anything, just pull shit out your ass and just be like, this is great. Yeah. You don't know enough. You gotta pull from somewhere, someone before you. Yeah. And it's reflecting in the music. It's just anything goes. It's just I don't even think they really think out the lyrics that they saying before they say it. It's just like a lot of this shit don't make sense what they be saying.
Yeah.
And it just pops off. It's more about the beat, I guess. They just listen to the beat, they're disregarding the words. Yeah. I've always been a person that listen to the music in its entirety, like the beat, the hook, and the verses. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
A lot of these people now, it's just all about can we bop to it? Can we twerk to it? It's a go.
So that brings me to my next question, Distruct. Who's responsible for our state of hip hop right now? Who is responsible? Why are we at that state in hip hop right now where everything is sounding the same? And they're trying to make clones of everybody. I mean, like you mentioned, there's a few cats that are breaking the mold and doing some different things. So there's a little bit of
yeah, but they're not gonna get the recognition as the ones that's stinking up the shit. Like
right.
The ones that are actually talented, you don't really hear. You got to really look for them.
Yep.
Because there's still mad talent out there.
Facts.
But they ain't not in the forefront of it.
Facts.
Like it was always, even in our era, there was always corny dudes.
True.
Everybody wasn't official like that, but they didn't dominate the game. The corny dudes dominate the game now.
Yeah.
Once it was proven that first corny dude can pop off doing exactly what he was doing, it changed the game. They're like, oh, I don't even gotta work hard. I could just do what he did. I can do that. And when it became a domino effect after that. It's over.
And that's what.
Now here come all the corny dudes, all the nerds, all of them. Here they come now.
No, you.
Anybody with a computer could pop off now.
You're absolutely right, man.
All you need is an Ethernet.
That's
You're
it.
good.
That's it, man. That's it. But you know what? There's good and bad in that, and you mentioned this already. Where nowadays, well, at least when I was growing up, in order to get a buzz, you had to get notoriety from your hood, and then notoriety from your city, and then notoriety from everywhere else. Now all you need is an Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi, right? You don't even need an Ethernet.
Bypass everybody. Once you got the following, it's over. When you got the social media following, you can basically make fart sounds on a record. It don't matter.
That's fact.
If you got a lot of people watching what you do, you got a lot of supporters, it's fine. That's all these record companies care about. It's a numbers game to them. They don't care.
Yeah, man.
They'll use you until you ain't hot no more. Then they go to the next microwave dude. They don't care.
Yeah, man.
It ain't about, and that's why the art is suffering right now. It's not about, they don't care about it like we care about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We wanted to get paid, yeah, but this is something that we had love and respect for too.
That's fact, dude. That's
fact. And it came out in the music.
That's fact, man. You gotta have a genuine.
We're gonna give you real substance.
Yeah, man. So let me ask you this, man. So being on the topic, we talk about hip hop. You're a hip hop artist yourself. Who is considered your top 5 dead or alive? I got it.
Top 5?
Top 5 always, dead or alive.
All right. Always my number 1 is Nas. Always. That's my top 1. 2, Biggie. 3, I would say Rakim.
Okay.
4 would be Jay-Z. 5. It's a toss-up. I got a few, but I'll pick one of them.
Whatever mood you in for the day, right? I got you.
Yeah. No, well, I put Eminem 5.
Wow, man. You know what? That's the same top 5 that I have. And I've been on the record with the same top.
That's crazy.
I BS you not, my dude. We never missed our first time meeting each other, you guys.
That's crazy, yeah.
It's my first time meeting Distruct for the very first time. And we had the same top 5 dead or alive. That is my 5 in no particular order. Any of those top 5 could be number 1. And you know what, man? When it comes to... I get a lot of flack about my top 5 a lot, which is okay. I can handle it. When I give them that,
but it's your top 5. People need to learn how to respect people's opinions. That's the problem. That's another problem with people. When your opinion don't match theirs, they want to attack you and shit. Nah,
you got to.
That's your opinion.
You got to. And the reason why I get a lot of flack is throwing Eminem in there. And you know what I tell? I tell folks, man, like this is for all my audience, and everybody's heard me say this before. Is that to me, it doesn't matter if he black, white, red, purple, green. He can rap. He's got the skills. You got to give it to him.
It's not just that he can rap. It's the way he presses the envelope with it. You gotta respect that dude. It's been white rappers before him.
Yes,
but damn, like he's on a whole different level with it. Like.
Yo, man, I can't wait till people see this thing. But yo, that's Rob saying top 5 dead or alive.
Crazy.
Mad love, family. Mad love, man. Mad love.
Yeah.
Man. That's mad love, man. So my second to last topic, Destruct, is talk to me about DMX. Rest in peace to DMX, Darkman X.
Rest in peace, DMX.
DMX passed away on April 9th. And
Yeah.
talk to me about DMX and what he means to you and what he meant to Yonkers, New York.
It's a little extra for me because I'm from here. So I saw him. I'm one of the people that saw him before the world saw him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed or not. It's different. Like we all felt like we lost a relative here. Like it's really I had a tough weekend. I really felt it. Like my heart goes out. If I'm feeling like this, I can imagine his family.
Yeah.
Because it's really still affecting me right now.
Yeah, man.
And he was our hero. You know, like what you got to see, he was that same guy to us. He was already that big superstar to us in Yonkers before he became that to the world.
Yeah.
He didn't compromise himself. Once he got famous, he never turned his back on us.
Yeah.
And he has a connection with the people that no one I've ever seen have as an artist.
Right.
Even right now, like that's why you see all these visuals around the world for him. It's not just here. Like he really touched the people. When he hit that stage, he gave you everything he had. Dude had asthma. He running up and down the stage, damn near doing shows by himself.
Yeah.
Same energy he had on the record when he did it in the booth. Like amazing energy.
Yeah.
And he had straight up asthma.
I think it's ironic that we're having this conversation, this interview today after X passed. But I still would have probably asked the same question, being that you're from the area. But it's just, I tell you, Distruct, man, when X passed, I cried, man, straight up, man. Like he was such a part of my early adulthood. You know what I mean? Like he was a part of my life for such a long time, and like
a really big soundtrack to our lives. Definitely.
No, most definitely, man. Like X, if y'all don't know and here's what people forget about this Distruct is how impactful this brother was when he came out. Like I don't people understand in 1998 when he dropped As Dark as Hell Is Hot and Flesh by Flesh. In the same year he dropped two classic albums.
Number ones, both number ones.
You had to have, like, it's almost like as if you had to live in that era to know or feel the impact of what this brother was gonna become. Like you had to have lived it to know how much he was.
Let's talk about the people that passed over him though. Oh, he's too hard. I can't promote that. I'm not gonna say their names, but you probably know who they are.
Oh yeah.
Can't promote that.
They know.
Then once they saw the buzz, nah, look.
Yeah, man.
And before he made that album, he was years in this shit already.
Yes, he was
doing his thing. People fronting on him, getting like, but he stayed with it. He stayed hungry, and when it happened for him, it happened for him, and he did not disappoint.
Not even.
He took over the whole game, being exactly who he already was. He never changed his style. That was the dopest thing about it.
Yeah.
He was still the X that we knew and loved already when he made it big, and he never changed.
That's fact.
And
man.
he won being himself. How many people could say that?
Yeah, it's fact, dude.
How many of these superstar artists that are put together and packaged and forced in people's faces, and you brainwashed into liking type shit?
Yeah, man.
It was never that with X. It was never that. Imagine if X had social media and all that these dudes using now, what he already had back then. Crazy.
He didn't have any of that. You know what I mean? I think cell phones.
And he still had a bigger impact than these guys.
Yeah, that's
without that. All he needed was to be promoted. He took it from there. Promote him properly, and then get out my way.
I tell you, Distruct. We talked about before we aired about originality, but DMX is one of one. I will say that, you all. He's one of one. There will never be another.
That's my top. I have a different top 5 for that. He's my top most original rapper ever.
Yeah, there'll never be another X. He was one of one, and man, I cried like a baby, man, on April 9th, man, straight up. Like I cried, because like you mentioned, he was the soundtrack to my early years, and like it hurt everybody. But I just wanted to hear from someone that's from his area. I'm not from Yonkers. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. But his reach is felt. I'm from Atlanta, and I cry. You know what I mean? Like. I cried for X because of how much he influenced my life, you know what I mean? So shout out to DMX, shout out to Yonkers, man, shout out to
Shout out to his whole family.
Shout out to everybody, man. That
Watch over us, dog. Dogs for life, man.
No doubt, man. So Distruct, this is the final start or the beginning of the end of our interview, my brother. So in Diggie A2 fashion, we end things off with shout outs, my dude. So who are your shout outs going to for this particular episode? Who do you want to have see this episode? Who you want to shout out to your success, my dude? The floor is yours.
Well, so many people to thank. So I'm not going to say any names because then people get all mad. You forgot me and shit. So I'm just going to say everybody out there that supports me. Everybody, you know who you are. You know who you are not. Because I know I got a lot of haters too. I got to let them know, you know, you ain't stopping nothing over here, man. I'm going to prosper regardless. So no matter what y'all do, you know, so you might as well stop being a hater because it's not going to work. But shout out to everybody. Also, we didn't talk about the other thing I'm into. I'm part of an off-Broadway show called Ghetto Chronicles. Which
talk about it. Tell the people, man. Tell them off-Broadway.
Off-Broadway show. We had 5 #1 shows in a row before the pandemic hit. We was moving, and I'm a critical cast member in the play. I got a lot of scenes in there.
That's what's
Shout out to D Whip, the director, writer, producer of the play.
All right.
You know, he got me in there. Little choreography, a little acting. I'm rapping, of course. A little singing and all that. I do a little bit of everything. It's a hip hop musical. It's really, really good. It's a little bit of comedy, tragedy, thought provoking, controversy, all in one.
That's dope.
No show, no breaks, hour and change through. You gotta check that out. I'll keep you posted on that. I'll send you links to that too.
No doubt, man.
And also,
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry,
yours, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Shout out to Streetline for getting me. I'm about to be in a movie soon. Shout out to Streetline Video on that. I'm doing a pilot soon, and I'm also gonna be in another movie coming up soon through them. So I'm about to make my movie and TV series debut as well.
Y'all check this.
So yeah, I'm doing a lot.
He's about to do it all. He about to be the whole gamut. He about to be an actor, music. You know what I'm saying? About to get Tony Awards in the future. This brother's about to be is up and
God willing, yeah.
This brother is coming, man. So first up, man, Distruct, man, shout out to you and your movement. I will be watching from the shadows, and hopefully one of these days I will have you bless our platforms. Because you sound like a very articulate hip hop mind, and I would love to challenge that mind on the podcast, brother. So thank you.
Definitely.
Man, shout out to you, family. Shout out to Showtime, of course.
Shout out to Showtime. No doubt.
Shout out to Showtime, my dude. And we're gonna end this interview right now, you guys. So mass shout out to Distruct. I just displayed for you all Distruct. Check him out. He's on all major podcasting platforms. Not podcast platform, all musical platforms. So check out his
everything. Yes.
His album is dropping. He's on.
Make sure you spell it right. DISTRUCK. You spell it that way. I'm verified now on Google, so yeah.
Look at that.
So I come up, I dominate that. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Showtime for getting that popping too. Like he lets me know about certain things where I'm lacking that. He lets me know about. So yeah.
Man, get your verifications up. He verified on Google, man. Y'all go check my man out, man. But that's all the time we have for today, you guys. So of course, as always, shout out to Distruct. Shout out to our people, our followers, supporters, and fans. Show this brother some love. And of course, and as always, shout out to hip hop music. Y'all be easy. We'll see you next time. All right. 100.
All right. Peace.